Check for me, nigga, don't check for me unless you got checks for me. I kept a stick like a hobo, no checking me. Way back when D-Lo had the spot in Treasure Street. So many hoes had to get a vasectomy. She left her body home and brought her neck to me. I did a walk through, they sent a jet to me. Y'all niggas show price less than my travel fee. One of my arms worth a ticket. Watch so much that a car came with it. Back in the day, I used to rob with no mask on. Shit on my wrist, I would've killed the whole house for. And I went to school high, I ain't go to class though. I was with the OGs, learning about the glass bro. Caught me with a deuce five, mama keep my ass bro. Break yourself, leave his brains on the dashboard. I'm with Sid and Lil Baby, yeah. We got 4 choppers that's full. 21. Way before rapping, on God, I was trapping. Sneaking my Glock and liqueur, on God. I got my cake from Osama bin Laden, little nigga, he signed this shit. Straight up. I'm 4L gang, if you reach for my chain, then a nigga gon' die in this bitch. A, B, C, D, E, F, G wagon, y'all nigga doing that big capping. I ain't with the friendly shit, closest thing y'all getting to a handshake is the beat clapping. Yo, mama gon' have to make a GoFundMe, y'all niggas keep doing that sneak jabbing. Gucci had to kill the whole woods just to make Young Savage this motherfucking meat jacket.
VVS look like a star. I took the top out the car. We don't abide by the law. You don't know what I done saw. Can't live without it. I keep a stick for the wall. Chase out deposit. Money just stick with the boy. Cash in and cash out. I am not looking for clout. No, I knew I would figure it out. I knew. I took the millionaire route. Running up. Pop the pig, got my head in the cloud. Said my name ready to bring out the crowd. We got paid, now my family proud. On God, I've been dripping and dressed as a child.
I hit your bitch, she'll jump out. Cartier Bergy for her, they don't come out. They get the sweat from Atlanta and run out. I make the best when they stick like a tongue out. Running this shit, what the fuck is they talking about? Skinny jeans stole with them hundred, they poke out. It's 6'5", I'm in a robot. I'm a real one, I ain't running from nobody. Hellcat fast, you know that I show out. Ain't sparing no bitch, give a fuck about a blowout. If we wanna smoke with you, boy, you can go out. Still getting money, my label don't know about. Courtside with a vibe with the toes out. Rich nigga, I come straight out the poor house. Trap going crazy right up by Mohawk. Dead in me, sitting in Mohawk. Bought a bin, double back, bought a trap house. I'm with Savage in the city doing donuts. Youngest with me, they got 5, they gon' go nuts. $250,000 in a baby blue Goyard. Buy cash, then I go on the motor. Drive fast, ain't no pulling me over. Play with bags, you can tell by the odor. No alcohol, go get me a new soda.
VVS look like a star. I took the top out the car. We don't abide by the law. You don't know what I done saw. Can't live without it. I keep a stick for the wall. Chase out deposit. Money just stick with the boy.
Yeah, nigga tryna drill like a boy. Yeah, don't gotta get no award. Yeah, live in the bank, gon' do fraud. Yeah, 200 racks on my arm. Yeah, I been fucking superstar. Yeah, her pussy good by a car. Yeah, you niggas ain't making no noise.
Today, we're going to talk about some PLL action for tonight, MLB winners on the diamond, and let's cash a squad ride. This is Behind the Lines. Well, Jovan, the Orioles have now lost 7 games in a row. What a fucking joke. 15-31, more than 15 games under 500. You just got swept by the Nats. I haven't seen the Nats sweep a team, let alone the Orioles, I don't think in my lifetime. I'm all for reading a good book in the off season when your fucking feet are in the sand and you don't have a baseball game to worry about. Mid-season when you got a 6 ERA, fucking lock in, buddy. Put the books down. Grab a baseball. Hit the fucking treadmill, Trevor.
Which the Cubs are a team where if you give them like a single-pronged approach, simple approach at the plate, they can only key in on one pitch, which with Mick Abel is exactly what you have to do. They have been demolishing those pitchers every single time they see it. They ain't stopping now. I'm buying in. We're seeing a shootout.
320 feet. I could hit a ball that far. I mean, when do we normalize celebrating pop-ups? Aaron Judge, typical me guy move. Hitting a nuke there instead of just putting the ball in play. And look, he didn't make the dimensions of the park, but he decided to play in them, and that shit pisses me off.
I got too much to live, no time to forget. New chrome, yeah, I got this shit on my head. You grown, shit, no, I don't got time for this. Alone, you just wanted something.
GG Krabs. Potentials. Insane. There you go. See ya. Chat, how we doing? Welcome back to BTL. Don't have the intro ready because it was literally just Krabs about 5 seconds ago. But horrific start. Let's see the vibes on the Friday. Krabs might be gooning for a quick 15 before we start. But we're ready to get up and moving. Might as well do the recaps while we're here. And yeah, no shot down for the boys. Didn't make the cut for that one, unfortunately. Yeah, Krabs literally abducted in 4K. Unbelievable. Can't believe it. But how we doing, chat? I'm ready to get up and moving on a Friday. Hope you guys are too. Good to have those up and moving. Oh, my total slayer. With a 10 to get it started early. Unbelievable. Total fucking. There she is. See ya. I wish I had the air horn to bang for total slayer right now. Not for the cards, though. Horrendous try, horrendous wager, horrendous program. out there in St. Louis. Just terrific. Never had a pulse, even though they had Platter every single inning. It seemed like nothing came through. And shout out Sonny Gray for that, fifth inning, I think. Whenever it was, he gave up the absolute turkeys where they should have been out of the inning 3 batters before that happened. It's okay, though. It's okay. No, Jay McSneak put Evan Rodriguez points in there. Unbelievable. And yeah, Alam too for sure. But was no saving the cards from that offensive performance, even against the bullpen when they got them for a while after Mizorowski got hurt. Goots, we have the Sharp Report recaps up and moving. Not our best work. 2 out of 3s from the both of us. Krabs said everything froze. He's going to have to rejoin, had to reset, surely. Krabs first 5s, just auto bid for Hall. Saw somebody say that up in the morning or earlier in chat. Just dialed in. Unbelievably dialed in. Love to see that. Hate to see the Nats. Hate to see the under in the ice, on the ice again. Shout out the MLS. Shout out the Oilers. Insane game. They were never losing that game, especially when that game got to OT. Because the Panthers won in the same exact fashion 2 games ago. They were never getting 2 in overtime, which was goated. But I'm glad. I think we have some much, much better PP squares on the platter today. Love that. And yeah, Sagar gets bound with 4. NYC started absolutely splooging, which was goated.
You still confident in the Oilers? That's the series.
I mean, yeah, I was confident. I still would have been confident if they lost the game, Goods. I definitely was confident before the game.
That's crazy.
I'm
They're going to do
certainly as
exactly what they did
confident that.
last year if they lost?
What are you talking about?
Like, didn't they go down 3-1 last year and come back from that?
They went down 3-0.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, went down 3-0, then won 3 straight, got it back to 7, and then lost that game in crazy fashion. We're probably seeing another Game 7 here, but yeah, I mean, everybody's still saying Oilers are cooked. That's the same thing we've heard all series, same thing we heard since the beginning of it. So have fun betting on the Panthers because that coin's not coming home.
There he is, folks.
Tens. You guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we got you.
Apologies. About a second before BTL started, my PC friends. Reset. Chad, how we doing? W's, happy Friday. Let's have a fucking day. BTL episode 714 piece. As always, hold the fry. Joined by your hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Bookit Sports. Follow me on Pickets. You won't find any 60-unit less than home run bets on my Picket, but follow me on Picket. I'm red hot. And you could tail my MLB plays. You could tail my PLL plays. You guys know where to find all my winners. And I'm not hiding shit. I'm not manufacturing, fake numbers and scamming people. That's one thing you know about us on
60-unit no home run bets. The crazy part is I saw that there was multiple of those that were read yesterday from that person.
I just don't.
I wasn't the only one.
You don't got to worry about that with us, folks.
That's actually insane.
W transparency. We got Total Slayer coming in, giving 10 subbies out. Let's fucking go, Total Slayer. At a babe. Come on.
Total fucking.
Come on. W's. All right. Did we already recap or what?
Kind of. I mean, you got anything to add?
Can we pull up the Sharp Report recap? Pretty blown about Talion, although it didn't even deserve to hook. Looked like a pretty terrible square and ended up hooking less than. It is what it is. And then the Erod square was really good. The fact that they had 9 goals and he didn't score a point is actually pretty crazy if you think about it. Now, what else is crazy is me continuing to take the under in the hockey games in the cup. Now, I'd love to say I'm going to sit up here and I'm not going to take it in game 5, but we all know that's fucking bullshit. We know that's a crock of shit. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you. I'm not going to sit up here and cheat you. I'm not going to sit up here and hide from the truth. I'm not going to sit up here and drop, 60 units on a minus 300, a guy not to hit a home run, and then cover it up and not talk about it at once after it happens. I am going to sit up here and I'm going to give you guys winners. Plain and simple. And a winner is going to be game 5 under on the ice tomorrow night. I know we won't have BTL, but remember that puppy. Keep it in your back pocket and keep betting it responsibly for a unit until it fucking hits. Eventually it will. Or maybe get 2 units this weekend. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But no more than that.
Yeah.
No more than 2. Okay? Jovan, we got a big night tonight. We got a big weekend this weekend. We've got some great PLL action tonight and tomorrow. We've got, obviously, the U.S. Open. That's going to be fucking awesome on Sunday. I can already tell. I can already feel it. We've got some of the squad in Chicago going to a Cubs game tomorrow. That's going to be elite. What else am I missing here? Goots, feel free to back me up here. What else am I missing?
Orioles play baseball tonight. Is that what you're missing?
Okay. Oh, we're going to do a Saturday sweat stream
Yes.
for the PLL game tomorrow night. Saturday sweats. It might not be the longest of sweat. Honestly, we might stick around for the hockey game, to be honest with you, especially after me talking my shit about going back to the under. Maybe we'll do a little PLL sweat tomorrow night. Let me check the Carfax and confirm what time the game is at. Yes, 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. And then it could roll right into the Stanley Cup Finals. That sounds like a pretty darn good weekend sweat, and you guys are long overdue for one. So, I'm going to fire that puppy up tomorrow. Be there, be square. That's a promise. All right, Saturday sweats. Get involved. That means go out tonight, have some beers, and tomorrow you recover and you chill and you hit some bets.
Sure.
Right? Yeah, we also have Uncle Charlie on the bump tonight. That's something that I forgot this weekend there, Goots. Sure. Uncle Charlie. Dubs.
College World Series
All right.
as well.
College World Series starts up today. The Omaha games, right? The actual College World Series. Hell yeah. Can we break the Friday curse today? I fucking hope so, Syrup. I fucking hope so, dude. I like my plays today, and we got plenty to choose from. Okay, we'll talk some college baseball. We'll talk some PLL. We'll talk some of our favorite plays. And yeah, again, I don't know if you already mentioned it, but I feel bad forcing the Cardinals down everybody's throats yesterday, making it seem like it had already hit. And I take full blame for that. We should have went with the first 5 under yesterday, and then we should have went with your plays today on a Friday because I don't hit bets on Fridays. It was always
Could be
that.
the difference. Could be the difference. Shit, Cardinals.
Yep, they actually stink. They're frauds. They've always been frauds. They always will be frauds. At least for the last 6 or 7 years, they've been frauds. Before that, they were actually good, and they'd win games. Now they're actually frauds. But yeah, I like all my plays today. I like my prize pick squares today. We're going to have a day. I'm excited. All right, W sweats last night too. Played some MLB The Show, sweat out the hockey game, and shout out the Oilers. We've got life, Jovan. Thank fucking God.
Sure.
Thank God. Whew. Made us earn it last night, that's for sure.
Of course.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to today's plays. Krabs, has the Grand Salami line dropped yet? Rowdy, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's go ahead and lock in and go over our favorite straight bets for today. Okay, I'll go ahead and get it started. How about a little Water Dogs plus 1-0 on the gridiron tonight? Home game, homecoming for the Water Dogs. Homecoming. They've only played 1 game. Most squads have played 2 already. Okay, the Water Dogs get a big time win tonight outright, but I'll take the plus 1-0 at minus 130 against one of the better teams in the PLL. They're playing the 2-0 Cannons tonight, who've looked extremely sharp so far this season. The Cannons won 16-12 against the Atlas in week 1. Statement win against a really good squad, putting up 16 goals as well. Very impressive. And then you've got the big time week 2 win, a low scoring affair for the Cannons. They won 9-8 against the PLL's best, the Archers, right? They've kind of been, the best team in the league the last 2 years. And that's a big time revenge win for the Cannons. They got their lick back. Jovan, this is an all-time fat, happy, and complacent spot for the Boston Cannons. Coming off that big time win, they're all going to think they're him. They're 2-0. They're at the top of the league right now with the Redwoods. And I'll be honest, Jovan, I think the Redwoods catch them sleeping. Or excuse me, I think the Water Dogs catch them sleeping tonight at home. I don't think the Water Dogs go 2-0 this weekend. We could talk about this Saturday plays maybe a little bit later or tomorrow on the stream. But I do think the Water Dogs are keeping this one within a goal, keeping it close, or potentially winning outright. First game of the weekend, homecoming for the Water Dogs. Michael Sowers looks like an elite QB out there on the turf. The guy is diming like no other. This Water Dogs team has impressed me so far in only 1 game. They're going to have fresher legs, and I think they get their lick back against the Cannons, a team they've historically struggled against a ton.
Sure. Down for some Water Dogs.
Okay. I've also heard rumors that Ron is on the Water Dogs plus 1-0, and he's lurking in the chat. Kieran McCardle, masterclass. Yes, Ron. Sure. Let's get one tonight. Everybody talks about Michael Sowers. Nobody talks about Kieran McCardle. One of the best players in the PLL. He's him.
Goat.
Yeah, Steven, it's all love, man. I'm sure he's probably chirped me or talk shit too. So it's all love. It's not that deep. But a 60 unit, less than home run bet. I've never seen that in my fucking life. Somebody needs to hold him accountable.
That's crazy.
If it has to be me, it has to be me. That is ridiculous. And that is bad for the industry. That is a bad look. That is not okay. That is not okay. Krabs and Jovan are him. Sade, you're him, bro. You're the guy coming in here every fucking day, dropping subbies left and right. You are him, Sade.
Oh, you Sade.
How's the number 1 overall pick been playing to start, Brian? He's not played yet. He's been hurt. If you're talking about CJ Kirst, he would have been playing against his brother in this game, and it would have been a big deal. His brother's the goalie for the Cannons, and he's actually pretty fucking good. Colin Kirst. So it would have been brother versus brother, but he's still hurt. The first overall pick from Cornell, studs. They'll get him on the turf in the next couple weeks. He's still coming back from an injury. Okay. We got Big Cheesy coming in, dropping a 5-unit whale. Let's fucking go, Big Cheesy. Let's fucking go, dude. Yes. Yes.
Goated.
Big Cheesy, you are goated, bro. Total Slayer, you're goated for those subbies as well. You guys are fucking awesome. I got the YouTube chat up here as well, guys. I'm not lacking on the YouTube anymore in the Big 2-5. I'm peeping it often. Okay, good to see you guys lurking in the YouTube chat. Keeping it up and moving. All right. Let's keep moving here. Swinging around, Gootsy. I want to hear Jovan's first play of the day today on the books.
Certainties. We're going to Ratchet Baltimore. Shout out Goots. 10.5 total is
Shout out
crazy.
Goots, man.
Shout out Goots. But 10.5 is crazy and seems incredibly telling, especially because you don't get very many of those outside of, I guess, Coors and Sacramento and a few other places. You'll get them selectively, like if you get the windy Wrigley game, obviously, or like a super hot and windy game in like Philly, but selective places. Baltimore is typically not one of them, but we see it today. And something that I've been sneak doing, even if it's not on the sharp report, but like we talk about it all the time, game after Scooball, all of these teams just absolutely splooge. Shout out Sade for another 5.
No shot, Sade.
What a goat.
Come on, Sade. He's got 5 on it.
He's busting.
Come on, Sade.
Busting.
We
need 5. We need 5 plus off Kachanowicz today because he's pitching against the O's.
Yep.
So I love backing teams off of playing Scooball, especially when it's far and beyond their worst splits. Like for the Orioles, obviously they're god awful against lefties. Can't hit righties too well either because they're fucking terrible, but a lot better than lefties. So now they get Kachanowicz, a guy who doesn't have much strikeout stuff. He has a big time problem against lefties, and he's not getting much or many ground balls anymore, which for him, that was kind of what he lived off of. He lived off of generating a lot of soft contact. He's not striking guys out. So the fact that everybody would roll over his stuff all the time is kind of what kept him alive, and he's not really doing that anymore. So like for this Orioles team that's going to send out probably like 6 lefties, I would assume, Goods, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is a problem for him today. I think the O's are going to have a big bounce back game, score a lot of runs off of him. Then on the other side, Charlie Morton / extended bullpen, just dog meat. He was good for a while, then fell apart in Sacramento last start against the A's. And I don't really think there's any bounce back coming back from that. Even if he pitches somewhat decent, I still think the rest of the bullpen's going to give up plenty of runs. This is going to be a back and forth game. And God knows when the Angels are in like a fadeable spot, they come out and Zach Neto hits 3 home runs and the whole lineup is the greatest of all time. So I think that kind of screams the same scenario today.
Runs. Preferably lots of them.
Need him.
I'm seeing him. High total. I know he's
Really
coming off not a great start. Before that, Charlie Morton was fucking dialed. Seemed like he kind of figured it out. I'm in. A total of 10.5 stands off the page to me at Camden Yards. It doesn't even matter who's on the bump. That's crazy. I'll take the over 9 times out of 10 in that spot.
Sure.
Okay. What's up, Matt? Good to see you lurking in the chat. Yeah, Jay Nasty, W reminder. How about Big Dom Smith?
Dom fucking.
How about Big Dom Smith coming through last night, hitting, I mean, that has to be the longest home run of his career.
That was
like,
away.
Actually, though. Is there any way we can check the Carfax on that? Because, sure, it helps a little bit. Life hack when you're playing in Coors. That certainly helped carry that ball out a little bit further. But Dom Smith, not a power guy. Any baseball guys in the chat know how crazy of a call that was yesterday? Because Dom Smith honestly reminds me a lot of myself in my game at the dish. Gap-to-gap contact hitter. Put the ball in play. Slap hitter. No power. 0 pop. Zip. That's Dom Smith. The guy was on the Nats a couple years ago, too. I've been following this dude's career for a while. He's been on like 10 different teams. No pop. He's a contact hitter. Well, he got a hold of that one last night. Holy shit. What a nuke.
Wow.
Anybody confirm? Was that his longest home run of his career? I'm sure somebody's checking the Carfax on that. Insane. All right. Yeah, no, Pax Picks. I had no pop. Back in the day, I was a contact hitter, put the ball in play. Team player, some would call it. Team guy. Small ball. We got One Shot Phenom coming in, dropping 5 subbies. Let's fucking go, One Shot Phenom. Keep the hype train moving and grooving. Let's go, dudes. Yes. Come on, chat. Hype train level 4. Almost at level 5. Sure we can.
Certainly.
Love to see it. W1 shot. Okay. Jovan, I love this over, man. We're going to circle back to this puppy.
Sure.
Okay. For now, let's circle back to my straight bets. Got a couple more to go over. How about a nice little 2-piece with some first 5 unders? Sure. Knock on wood. Would treat me pretty well, but we do know it's a Friday today. I want to go ahead and get that on record. Tread lightly. Somehow the most moose shit better of all time on Fridays. But ever since I bring this up every Friday for the last 2 weeks, knock on wood, gone a little bit better. So maybe I'm jinxing myself, and maybe I just reverse jinxed it. Who fucking knows? Who knows? I don't have time to worry about that shit. I'm here crafting up plays, winners, first 5 unders, to be specific. And how about a first 5 under in the Yankees and the Sox game tonight? Jovan, looked at this game for a while. I initially wanted to just spite fade the Yankees, and I still think that's a pretty good look. I do like the Sox on the ML today, but after diving in the numbers a little bit more and looking at these 2 starting pitchers, their whole seasons, to be honest with you, diving into them a little bit more and looking at how they pitched recently as we get another subby coming in from Super Cutes. We got a hype train level 5. Let's go, Super Cutes. Guys, remember, you all have a free subby if you have Amazon Prime, and you can cash in 1 free subby on Twitch per month. I'm assuming that's what Super Cute just did. He just resubscribed with Prime. If you guys haven't done that yet, could be a good time to figure that out and cash that in right now, because then you don't have to watch ads and it's free. Okay, don't forget to cash those puppies in. I try to remind you guys, it's kind of fire that they give you a free Twitch subby with your Prime account. Okay, sure. Let's keep moving and grooving. W hype train level 5. We got 4 minutes left on that puppy. Let's let it marinate as we get 10 more subbies.
Sade Himothy's.
10 more subbies, bro. Are you kidding me?
Goats.
Sade, you're him, bro. Even after a squad ride L last night, you're coming in splooging. We appreciate you, Beast. We absolutely appreciate you. Thoughts on the B-ball game after you go through all your plays? Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that. Oh, yeah, don't you worry. For now, let me go over these first 5 unders here. Both these starting pitchers just faced this team like a week ago, in their last start, actually, to be exact. As we get 5 more subbies from Who's Your Daddy? Come on.
Who's your fucking daddy?
Who's your fucking? Come on. Let's go, Turner Mac. You're splooging in the chats. Who's your daddy? You're him, bro. You're coming in here all week dropping subbies left and right. Thank you, bro. Hype train level 6. Hype train level 6 achieved. We're on the level 7, folks. Bigger and better things. Sure. Krabs, you like Arizona plus 1.5 or Louisville money line better? Feel like it's probably a better question for Jovan and Rowdy. I promise we will talk about the games in the College World Series during this show today. I promise you we will. Okay. And Jovan, are those the 2 teams playing today out of the 4 teams playing?
2 of
Arizona
the 4, yeah.
Okay, cool. We will talk about those games. Stick with us, Rowdy. Let's go over our sharp report first, though, okay? Trent, good to see you already bitching in the chat. You could never get this many subs to start out the search. Get your subs up, bro. Get your subs up. Okay? We got Chat Life coming in, dropping a 5-unit sub whale. He's got 5 on it, folks.
Go Chat Life.
He's got 5 on it, folks.
Splooging.
Let's go, Chat Life.
Splooging.
Subs. 2 words. Subs. Come on. A 5-unit whale, bro. There's been 5-unit whales splooging left and right on the stream today. Let's fucking go.
So
Trent,
many sploogers.
Number 1, your post you just put on Twitter, Trent, softer than baby shit. Number 2, it would be even softer if you don't do surge today. A spite no surge because you're getting all these subbies in BTL would be the most me guy move of More than Aaron Judge leading the league in home runs.
And
More
number
of a me guy move
3,
than that.
How about 5 more from Who's Your Daddy?
He's got 5 on it. Let's fucking go, Who's Your Daddy?
Who's Your
Come
Daddy?
on. We might need to get that fucking soundbite up from that song. Who's Your Daddy's got 5 on it. We might need that, Goots. Let's circle back on that. Come on. Let's go, Snacks. Let's go, Billy the Kids. Come on, T. Crizzy. What's the point of me doing Surge, man? So we can fade all the plays.
That's unreal.
Yeah, sorry, Trent, I'm on one today. I don't got time for the bullshit. We're locked. And how about the under 4.5 in this Yankees and Red Sox game today, Jovan? Look, man, Red Sox and Yankee games have been going over the last 2 years. It's been juice baseballs galore. It's been rigged. It's been Rob Manfred signed, sealed, and delivering these puppies by hand. I wonder why. Fucking Aaron Judge. That's why. And it's Red Sox Yankees. Okay, they want to have these games be electric, right? Well, on a Friday night, after both these starting pitchers kind of got mucked up, not even kind of, they did. They got mucked up against these opposing teams that they're facing again tonight. Last week, in their last start, both of these guys, Jovan Yarbrough and Crochet, both got mucked up in their last outing against these same opponents. Okay? So expecting to see a total probably at 8.5. I don't really think it's a weird line, but I do want to get involved on a little first 5 under get out because I think the Yankees offense could come in a little fat, happy, and complacent. Aaron Judge didn't play yesterday. Maybe he's a little bit thrown off. Although he did get a pinch hit and he struck out. Things are starting to look a little bit down for Aaron Judge and the Yankees offense coming off a 1 run in that last game after they splooged for $1 million in the first 2 games of that Royals series. Well, I think they just own the Royals. Now they're going to Fenway against a Red Sox team that, Jovan, they're playing pretty good ball right now. Don't let them get hot. It might be too late. The Red Sox, for the first time this season, are playing solid ball. It's only been about a week. Nothing to write home about to mom and pa, but they're playing good ball, and they're not doing it just with their offense. The bullpen's been a little bit better of late. At least they were at the end of that Rays series. And I think Crochet goes out there, Jovan. I'll be honest with you. I think he goes out there and absolutely shoves today. Some of his prize pick squares make it seem like he's going to pitch great. We'll talk about one of those in a moment. But I think Crochet, after getting roughed up by the Yankees just last week, goes out there and has an absolute legacy start. And that's the reason why you're seeing the Red Sox at -150 in this game. And then Yarbrough, on the other hand, that's one of those guys like Martin Perez over the years that you just don't fade. Knock on wood. You just don't. Because 9 times out of 10, the guy goes out there and overperforms. You know, he was a Ray. And we got more subbies coming in, Jovan. I can't even do the sell job. I don't even care.
And Total Slayer banging.
Come on, boys. Total Slayer coming in with 1 million subbies. Pax Picks coming in with a 5-unit whale. You guys are goated. We got a hype train level 8. Trent's fucking pissed. Let's fucking go, chat. Come on, boys. Let's have a BTL Friday. Let's cash a squad ride. Let's cash all of our fucking bets. Fuck it. Come on.
Oh.
Come on. Yarbrough bounced back after he just got mucked up, had his worst start of the season, his only bad start of the season, to be honest with you. And again, Jovan, we get so wrapped up in the numbers sometimes. I do too. We get so wrapped up in weird looking squares. We get so wrapped up in trends. We get so wrapped up in odds. Sometimes we forget to cap the human aspect of these games. And this is one of those bets I'm locking in. It's where I'm really leaning on the human aspect of both of these studs on the bump. I'll call Yarbrough a stud. He is. He's a fucking stud. He's not a super goat, but the guy goes out there and overexceeds expectations. His numbers have been pretty good the last couple of years. Dude's a stud. I think he bounces back after an atrocious start where he gave up like 7 or 8 runs in that last outing last week. I think he locks the fuck in. This one's personal. The adjustments will be made. I'm sure they've been talking about it all week with the pitching coach, how they're going to attack the Red Sox in this lineup and now have the same result we had last week. The same thing can be said with Garrett Crochet, who debatably had his worst start against the Yankees last week. So the adjustments will be made, right? They had the tape. They had the film. They both got mucked up last week. I think today they both throw gems. And this first 5 under soars.
I could be so down for that, Krabs.
Soars.
I'm in.
Soars.
In.
Come on. Come on, chats. Rowdy Rhymes, Krabs. Which of these do you like better, Braves, Pirates, or under in the Cards and the Brewers? Rowdy, probably the Braves, which is crazy, and I never would have expected to say that, but probably the Braves. Squaring up and just fading German Marquez. Out of those 3 plays, I'd probably go Braves. Okay? 2 word snacks, source. Let's swing it around. I want to hear Jovan's second straight bet. What are we cooking up over there? Runs?
Cooking up some runs in
All right.
Kansas City.
Hold on. I need a 30. And my arms hurt, so I can't even do it right. I need a 30. Jovan. I didn't even see it up there.
Krabs. It's been eons since I've had one of these up here.
No, I'm talking about your third play. I don't give a shit about the over. I just noticed that third play, bottom right sector.
Yeah.
I don't give a hoot about the runs in KC and the A's. We'll come back to that. We got time.
Snuck it
I
up
don't give a
there.
hoot. Jovan, cut the shit.
Krabs.
Let's talk about the Nats. What are they doing on your sharp report?
You know what they're doing. We talked about this. We were talking about the Gen taking a break from betting the Nationals. Wanted to wait until this little stretch of games starting right now. Because obviously, I mean, god-awful series against the Mets. Expected to lose, obviously, but I feel like they were a little more, I guess, disappointing than usual, or disappointing than we expected them to be. And shout out Big Baller for another fiver. Trent absolutely drowning. Big Baller goated.
5 on.
5-piece. 5-piece. But this is the spot to get right, Krabs. Mitchell Parker's been horrible. No shying away from that. Did have a bounce back start against the Rangers, but Rangers, even though I'm not going to buy into their little resurgence yet, they've had 2 good games, but they're still one of the worst offenses in all of baseball. But he pitched well against them. Now I think he pitches well against another offense that's not really hitting left-handed pitching as of late, really anything, but they're much more pesky against righties as of late. So now you get what I think is still a bounce back start. I'm going to count it as that. I don't really buy into the Rangers start just yet, but you also have Edward Cabrera, who's been relatively lights out since he's come back. And the Rays start was a little deceiving because his pitch count got driven up a little early. He didn't get very deep. They pulled him early, and a couple of those were, I think, unearned runs off of errors. So he only gave up 1 earned, and he's been lights out in the other starts really since he's come back. He's been really, really good. But a lot of that's been just because teams are chasing and super aggressive. And as bad as the Nats have been, it's been a lot of just getting overpowered in the zone, just bad ABs. They're swinging early. To be honest, that's like fine to do against Edward Cabrera because you don't want to get too deep in counts. And if you do, chances are it's because he's losing command of the zone. So like the Nats are patient enough, I think, to take advantage of that. So I think the streak stops here, Krabs. They're going to win.
The streak stops here, folks. I'm in.
Plus,
I'm fucking in.
Bruce the Bat Dog getting called up. POD, of course.
Tomorrow. Not till tomorrow. Sorry.
No way, not till tomorrow.
Yep. It's the biggest announcement all week this week for the Nats. Wow. It's actually fucking embarrassing, man.
Maybe it just changes the locker room tonight.
Big Baller coming in. You're fucking goated. I think we already shouted you out, or Jovan did, but I want to make sure your subbies are appreciated here. Big Baller, you're him. We also have a first-time chatter in the YouTube. Thompson Pang. First-time comments. Is Mac O'Keefe getting us 22 goals this PLL season? Thompson, I'll go ahead and just cut the shit and get right to it now. No. You can't go 0 goals in the first 2 games of the season and then cash your season-long line, respectfully. That would be like taking a QB's fucking more than 4,000 passing yards, and the guy has 100 yards in the first 2 games.
That could be rad.
You're fucking caked.
That could be rad.
You're actually caked. I'm so blown that I snuck that puppy in there in the last leg of the lineup. And Jovan, I think you had to bless me up and lock it in for me. So shout out Jovan for even locking that fucker in for me because I was in a state I couldn't. We got Charger TV coming in, dropping a 5-unit sub whale. Charger, bro.
Good Charger.
Charger, you're him, dude. Keep the fucking hype train moving and grooving. Oh, it's done. It's done. RIP hype train. Level 9. Level 9.
Love a hype train.
Yeah. It's going to be really tough for Mac O'Keefe to do it. I'll be honest. Now, if anybody can do it, though, it's him. The guy rips shots like no other. We just haven't seen it the first 2 weeks. Okay? Charger, bro, you're goated. Yeah, unfortunately, we missed it. Super beats. Super fucking beat. I appreciate you coming in trying to save it, though. Trent said, I'm legit writing all the names down who are gifting subs and asking where the fuck is that energy on Surge. Trent, how about instead of doing that, you get in the fucking lab and you find a winner, bro?
Why don't you write down a winning format on that notepad?
How about you write down some notes on some trends or something going on in the diamond or maybe some PLL and find a winner? We got Lockmith coming in, dropping a 5-unit sub whale. Let's fucking go, Locky. I haven't
No,
seen a
that was
Locky
for Trent.
5-unit whale since Nam, and that had to be just to chirp Trent. Let's fucking go,
that.
Locky.
Love that.
Locky might be our longest subbed viewer in here right now.
Yeah.
He probably is.
Right now, yeah. I think he's the longest
Go, Locky.
sub not named Trent's mom.
Let's go, Locky. Yes, Trent's mom is actually the longest subscriber.
Yeah, so Lock has the current viewer title.
Go. Locky, you're second. That's still fucking lit. Okay? Unbelievable. Let's fucking go, chat. The vibes could not be better on a Friday. You guys came in here with some energy, with some heart. That's all I can ask.
Heart.
All I can ask. Wow.
Samurai.
Wait, there's more.
Goated.
Samurai. One of the coolest names in our community. Samurai.
Sneak.
Sure you can.
Sneak, really good name.
Really cool. Samurai 7.
Samurai.
Rolls off the tongue.
Ranking.
5 subbies, Jovan. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, or 5.
5.
5.
5.
Insane. All right. Nats ML.
Oh my. SBR 10-piece in this economy?
I can't even talk, and that's okay. I can't even talk, and that's okay.
Post skewball shoving, you know SBR is bricked up.
Yeah, fuck you, SBR.
Hashtag thank you, Goots.
Tariq Screwball might be the Orioles' daddy. Straight up.
I mean, he's everybody's at this point.
Oh, yeah. But, like, legitimately, O's have never scored a run off of him in, like, over 30 innings. Like, that's actually a thing.
It's really bad. Really bad.
Such a look at me guy move from SBR there. Not a fan of it.
Kind of is a me guy move, dropping 10 subs.
Me guy move.
Instead of the 5 like everybody else. But you know what, SBR, you get a pass. You're him. You're him. SBR, you're goated, bro. Hope you have a great weekend. I hope everybody in here has a great fucking weekend.
No, legit. Fuck
Seriously.
skewball, man. Fuck skewball.
All I ask is that you guys tune into the PLL this weekend one time. That's all I ask. Whether it's tonight, there's 2 games. Whether it's tomorrow, there's 2 games. All I ask is that you get involved. Give it a shot. This is the best PLL slate of the entire season. These 4 games are elite. Great matchups. We're going to talk about them in a moment. That's all I ask. Please get involved. At least check it out. At least throw it on the fucking second TV, right? Put it on ESPN+.
Got to.
W first time chatter, OVG _VA. Dope stuff. Appreciate you coming in, getting involved. Okay.
Go.
Turner Mac. Yeah, that was a crazy move. Speaking of moves, let's keep moving and grooving. Jovan, did you talk enough about the Nats ML and wanted to fade Edward Cabrera, who's been pretty solid? I feel like you did.
Of course. Yeah. This is the game to get it going, Krabs. Stop looking like Moose.
Yeah, and I know we were joking about Bruce not getting called up till tomorrow. Here's the thing, though, about the Nats. It's now or never. Like, I know they have the longest leashes ever with coaches, with veterans. Josh Bell is still in the lineup, and I want to rip my fucking hair out of my head every time I see Josh Bell hit a goddamn ground ball. It's every at-bat. Every at-bat. But there are changes coming if this team doesn't turn it around this week. I can feel it. I can feel it. I watch every Dave Martinez postgame presser on Masson. He's starting to get a little nervous. And Dave Martinez, typically the least nervous, most clueless guy up there. He's like, it's like talking to a fucking dog. He's just happy and excited to just be there. And it's probably similar to talking to Bruce, the pup we just called up. He's starting to feel a little nervous up there. He's starting to feel some pressure, feel some heat. I don't know if there's been some combos, but maybe he sees one of his drinking buddies get fired. I'm not saying David Martinez gets canned yet. Maybe one of his drinking buddies gets canned, Darnell Coles, or maybe the pitching coach. Who knows? Probably Darnell Coles at this point, right, with the Nats bats and how poor they've been. But Jovan, it's now or never. And this is pretty much the exact moments where the Nats turn it around every year. I don't know what it is with Dave Martinez's squads. And they haven't been good the last 5 or 6 years, but they always start out like absolute dog shit. And then like a third into the season, they start to play a little bit better. They start to get their confidence. And you see the guys start playing their asses off for Davey. You saw it last year as well around this time. People are starting to talk about Davey Martinez getting canned. All of a sudden, the fucking Nats wake the hell up and they start playing really good ball the rest of the season. It's now or never. Jovan, you've been talking about it for a week. This is the time right here. The Marlins are coming into town. We've lost a bazillion games in a row. We got a righty on the bump. It's now or fucking never. We had Bill Nye, the science guy. You remember him? GOAT. Bill Nye, the science guy, was at Nats Park today asking the boys questions, getting them fired up.
No way he was at Nats Park.
So we don't have fucking Airbud at the park yet grabbing the bats, but we do have Bill Nye. And that might just be the difference, folks.
Dude.
Check the Nats socials. He's there. He's chilling with the boys. Talk about exactly what the guys need to just relax walking into the fucking park today and just chill out, hit the reset button. How about Bill Nye asking you what the hottest planet on Earth is on the mic?
Bro.
That could be the difference. Talk about an all-time icebreaker. Bill Nye saying, what's the largest organ in the human body? And then Dave Martinez goes, I don't know. Like a fucking idiot. Everybody knows it. It's skin. It's the easiest fucking answer of all time. Dave Martinez is a bozo. But the rest of the guys looked happy, energetic to talk to Bill Nye. That could be the Bill Nye POD, Jovan.
Bill Nye Megamax.
Bill Nye Mega. Sure we can.
No way we got Charger gifting subs to the Halaban.
Wow. Charger coming in, giving out subbies. Let's go, Charger. Come on.
Shout out, Trent.
Come on. I'll be honest, I forget what the answer was for the hottest planet. I don't want to feed you a wrong answer. I'm sure that's an easily
Hottest
Googleable question, though.
Is it not Mercury? Because
Probably Uranus.
No, it was not Uranus. I would remember that. Come on now.
I don't know that one either.
It was one of the other. It was one of the other 7, and it was not Earth, so it's one of the other 6. Okay. We got another 10 sub whale coming in from Sade Whiteman. Let's go, Sade. Sure we can. Suck it, Trent.
Sade is fucking dialed.
2 words. Suck it, Trent. Come on. Let's go. Subbies galore. We've gotten almost 100 subbies on BTL so far today. Almost 100 subs.
Splooging.
Come on. Come
Splooging.
on. Everybody in here's got a fucking sub damn near. Let's fucking go, boys. Sure. Brandon Arman coming in. Is that BA? Is that BA Sports or is that another guy? Krabs digging for anything to make the Nats relevant. I'd be willing to bet a significant amount of coin that is a Yankees fan. Significant amount of coin. Let me know if I'm right, Brandon Arman. Easy Puck coming in hot. The one and only Casper. Sure. Let's fucking go, Easy Puck.
Easy Puck.
Yep, you're him. All right. Somebody give Mikey K5 a sub. He's bitching about ads. Who wants to bless up Mikey and be the guy? All right.
We so good.
Let's keep moving to groove and Jovan.
Before we
come
do
back
that,
to that over.
just need you to marinate on a Nat you want to take in that game because plums are all over the place. I need some Nats. Nate Lowe staring down me in the face, but open to suggestions.
Backs against the wall. Losing streak. Dropping down the standings. Confidence gone. Aura lost. Mojo displaced. Smiles gone. Back against the fucking wall. Who's stepping up for the Nats? It might just be Nate Lowe.
Might be.
It might just be Nate Lowe.
Is he wearing those
Or it might be
stupid-ass
Luis
shades
Garcia.
again, man?
You know, we haven't talked about it, but since Luis Garcia had a kid a month ago, he has been one of the best hitters in baseball.
Yeah, he's been
He
seeing
has.
him.
He's been fucking seeing them, bro. Let's go look at some Nationals real quick. Now to 2. I'm pretty much good for anybody besides Alex Call because I haven't seen that guy get a hit in a month.
He might get a hit today.
You can rule him out. Well,
Might
unless
steal
he's
a
facing
base
a lefty. Unless he's facing a lefty, he ain't getting a hit. I've never seen him get a hit off a righty once.
That's wretched. Really bad.
And you know who else had a much, much better approach yesterday?
Who would that be?
James fucking.
James fucking
cut down the swing. He actually took the Darnell Cole's approach and said, fuck it, I'm just going to hit the ball 110 on the ground. And he squeaked 3 base knocks. So that's always an option.
Maybe he's just starting to see him again.
Yeah, he is. Can confirm he is. Josh Bell's up for 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. For the love of fucking God.
Just bad player.
Just a bad player. Keibert Ruiz hasn't. Oh my God.
Krabs.
Keibert Ruiz is like 0 for his last 20, Jovan. Like, actually. People want his head on a fucking stick on Nat's Twitter and GTA. And go take a peep at Mr. Keibert Ruiz.
Just trying to let that squeak. But
1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. The guy hasn't gotten a hit in almost 3 weeks. It might be more.
He's just a horrific ball player. Like, really bad.
Dog shit.
Really, really bad.
He has one hit in June, and it was on June 1st. One hit. Well, that's certainly an option. I'd love to see where his odds are at compared to the rest of the Nats, and that could
I
help
can
me
tell
make a
you right
judgment call.
now, because I'm looking at it. All of the Nats that are just minus 115 to both sides of their HRR is him, Josh Bell, and James Wood. And if you're higher in the lineup, is juicier. Nate Lau, Luis, minus 130, both of them. CJ, minus 140.
Yep.
Then Hasselcall and Tenya are in the depths.
Okay.
You're right, Howitzers. No one's worse than Corey Seager. Please stop betting him. Everybody who continues to do so on the feed and in the chat, just ignore him, please. He's fucking terrible.
Jovan, I'll be honest, brother. I'd probably just go James Wood.
James Wood, I'm in.
Loved his approach yesterday. I'd go James Wood more than 7 fantasy score, and I call it a day, and that's kind of great.
Well, yeah, definitely would take fantasy scores with Cabrera on the mound because he is noted stolen base meat, which is why the stolen base odds for the Nats today are insane.
Manufacture runs. They have to.
James Wood and CJ are both under plus 200.
Damn. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. A lot of guys are very, very high, which is normal against Edward, but crazy to see.
Give me James Wood more than 7 fantasy score. That shit's green.
Go.
Okay. Let's swing it around. Got one more straight bet, I believe, for the peeps. Yep. How about another first 5 under? First 5 under 4.5 in the Rays and the Mets game. God, the Mets, hottest team in baseball. They are unbeatable at home. Unbeatable at home. And we don't fade streaks like that anymore. As much as I'd love to get involved with the Rays, we don't. It doesn't work. But do you think this game will be a little closer than people are thinking? Would not be shocked to see the Rays keep it closer than a run, or maybe even win and shock the world, but I won't have coins on it. Instead, I'll back no runs, no fun early on, and I'll back a Taj Bradley bounce back start. Lord knows he needs it. He's going to get sent down to the fucking minors or get traded for a vending machine. At this point, he's got no value. Really bad, right? Really bad. Well, I'll tell you what else is really fucking weird. This total at 8, respectfully. Mets offense has been on fucking fire. Juan Soto's back. Brandon Nimmo's back. Pete Alonso, one of the best hitters in baseball. Lindor gets on base twice a game. Dude, they're great. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody cares. Because everyone's talking about fucking Aaron Judge and slurping him. It's bullshit. Talk about the Mets. They're great. Well, today, I think the bats get a little fat, happy, complacent. They just swept the Nats. They haven't lost at home in forever, Jovan. This could be a sleepy spot for the Mets, who are still at home in this series. They don't have to go anywhere. Nothing's changing. Could be the ultimate fat, happy, and complacent spot for the Mets bats. And with Taj Bradley needing a fucking good start like he needs oxygen, could be a great buy low spot for him. And Clay Holmes as well, who's been solid this whole season as a sub-3 ERA. He's not coming off his best start or his best couple starts. I'm going to buy low on him against your Rays bats, who, to be honest, besides a couple streaks this season, have not impressed me too much. And the Mets bullpen's been good enough. And Clay Holmes pitches pretty darn well today. I love seeing this total at 8. Was expecting 8.5. I don't even care if the juice is moving over. Total should be higher. The fact that it's this low is a great sign. Give me the first 5 under. Get in, get out, fade the offenses early. Maybe Soto and co. get going late. They pull out another crazy fucking win out of their ass. Potentially could happen. I'll avoid that. I'll keep the bullpens out of it. And I'll just back both these starting pitchers to go out there and fucking shove.
Yeah, you've got a bigger sack than I do back in Taj. He is fucking meat, dude. Yep. So bad. But at least he went first 5 because Ray's bullpen is super injured right now. And I don't even know what they're going to end up doing. They're going to be calling guys up and down for the entirety of the next 2 weeks, it seems. So if the Mets do win, they're probably going to do it pretty late. So I'm kind of in on that, at least.
All right. W's.
I'll say though, completely
is crazy. Yeah.
Completely unrelated, but also kind of related because I was interested to see what the Mets were in the series, and they're minus 190. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 teams that are minus 200 or higher to win the series this weekend, Krabs. Can you possibly guess those teams?
There are 6 teams that are minus 200 or higher this weekend.
6. There should be a couple that are pretty easy to figure out because of the teams they're playing. Definitely not Orioles. Definitely not Cubs.
Not the Cubs.
Braves, Dodgers.
I guess I don't even know if the Cubs are up, so they might be
Yeah,
disqualified.
they're probably even higher odds.
Yeah, they don't even have a price for that.
Braves,
that.
Dodgers.
Rangers.
Braves, yes. Dodgers, yes. Rangers, yes. It's 3.
Royals.
Royals, 4.
Phillies.
No Phillies. Phillies are close, though.
Tigers.
Tigers, that's 5.
And the Nats.
The Nats,
The Nats.
number 6 at minus 200. Which I think it's, I don't know who's pitching on Sunday, but I know it's Gore. So
It's
heavy
Mackenzie
favorites
Gore,
there.
That's why.
Well, I know that. I'm saying, what, Trevor Williams against God knows who tomorrow. They're super, super short favorites today. Whenever it is a very telling series price and there happens to be one sketchy game that's involved, I think that's always the game that happens to turn the tide, which I think it was the middle game and Red Sox Rays last year. And we were talking about the same thing. And the Red Sox ended up winning that game and the first 5, which was goated. This feels like that game for the Nats.
I fucking hope so, man.
I really don't want to bet on Trevor Williams tomorrow. Really don't.
Yeah, he should never be bet on. I was trying to find the tweet. I saw a tweet yesterday with our projected starters for the series and their projected starters, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, I don't see anything certain for the Marlins for tomorrow. It's just undecided. So I assume it's somebody they're going to call up for a bulk start or they're going to go up with a bullpen game, and God knows what it's going to be. But I don't know. I don't think they're going to be huge favorites tomorrow.
Okay. DeAndre Tyree in the YouTube chat asking the important questions. Krabs, you still on Defenders ML tomorrow? People forget
Still
there is
on
a
Defenders
football.
ML?
There's a football championship tomorrow. Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's tomorrow.
The UFL/XFL. I guess it's just the UFL officially, but also fuck the CFL, man. I got bamboozled last night live betting the BC Lions, I believe, with your fucking guy QB.
The way you live bet CFL.
Yeah, plus 7.5, and they lost by like 15, bro.
Yeah.
Their quarterback got hurt. The guy you like taking on Prize Picks got hurt.
Wow.
And they put in a backup, and he was 5'10" and 300 pounds, and he could only throw 20 yards. And every time he'd throw it, it'd get picked off.
That's well, mate.
I also didn't know that they only have 3 downs in the CFL, not 4 downs.
That's well, mate.
And if you punt into the end zone, you get a point.
Yeah, if you down it, I'm pretty sure.
Might be one of the dumbest sports I've ever watched. No bias whatsoever with me losing coins on it last night. Okay. The real minor league football league is getting going on Saturday with the UFL.
Sure.
Look at the odds real quick. I don't know why they're so hard to find. Probably because nobody's actually betting on the sport. But let's see if we can find them. Here we go. Here they are. UFL. Wow, Defenders plus 3.5. This Michigan Panthers team is getting some respect. I mean, I'm legally obligated to fade Bryce Perkins, former UVA QB. It has to be done. I'll take Jordan Tamu. I'll take the Defenders, a team that has been an underdog story all fucking season. They have no reason to be in this game. Team of destiny vibes. Fired Reggie Barlow left to go coach a random ass college school a week before the season, and they've been on a tear ever since. It's crazy. Crazy.
It's unbelievable.
They're going to make a movie about that one day.
Yep.
They might.
Yep.
Defenders ML, half a unit. Canadian Goots, we don't talk about Bobby Wood anymore. We just leave him off to the side.
Yeah, I might have to toss him back in there today. So I'm taking the over in the game, even though
that'd be a segue.
I think it's more on the shoulders of the other team. Banana getting involved with 5.
Wow,
Let's
Banana, you're
go.
him. Appreciate you, Banana.
Let's go.
Oy.
No way SBR is tapped into the Michigan Panthers. I can't with SBR, bro.
What's
I
he
legit
saying?
can't. He said Panthers are free.
Okay.
I can't with SBR. At least not fading them, dude. Nobody loves
Well,
fading their teams more than SBR.
remember, whatever SBR says about his teams, you do the opposite and you make immense profits. And bless SBR's heart, he's right about everything else. One of the sharpest guys in the community, legit. He is. Follow SBR's baseball takes, unless it involves his Tigers.
Dude, if it's a
I've never
side,
seen somebody be so wrong about their own team.
if it's a side, it's so cake, but he does know his squares and props for his teams. I will give him that. You
Not many
stay
people who know
fading
their
them, though.
squares.
You
Not
stay
many people who know
fading.
their squares more than SBR in general. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude's fucking dialed. Rowdy, let me see what you said, my man. Grand Salami lines at 129.5. Yeah, hell yeah, nuke it. Sure. Lock it in. Banana, thanks again for the subbies, bro. Appreciate all the subbies coming in here. And Banana, your go to W Vibes. Okay. Let's keep moving and grooving. Anywhere, nowhere PLL is on the green book. Yeah, it is, Scott. It's on the green book. It's on the blue book. It's on all of them, to be honest with you. It's even on the offshores. Sure.
Yeah.
At the bottom. Get involved. Okay. How about some runs, Jovan, in Kansas City tonight, huh?
Some runs. Knowingly betting against a line move here, Krabs, which, knock on wood, when I do that, usually does go pretty well, especially because I think it was crazy that the line even moved or opened up this high in the first place, which is kind of giving me a little comfortability with the fact that it's getting steamed down because, like it should. You're seeing 8.5 and even some 9s in Kansas City with the Royals off of just an awful series where, I mean, you saw 1-0 yesterday, just a absolute snooze fest of a game, which pretty much every game that wasn't in Coors or the Rangers was an absolute snooze fest yesterday. But the Royals, they've been great at printing unders, especially in Kaufman all season against Big Pitchers Park, and their offense has been horrible for the most part all year, and especially has been of late. Anytime they play any sort of decent competition, they're one of the most fraud teams in the MLB, but separate conversation for that. Now they get an A's team who I've noticed this when the A's come off of a really, really bad road series. It usually turns around in the next game after that in terms of runs, which they just got swept on the road by the Angels, and they've done that plenty of times in the last month or so because they've been god fucking awful. But games after that have produced a lot of runs, whether they actually get involved or they've just been getting stumped by a lot of these teams. And Severino's been, I guess, a little better prior to last game where he gave up a bunch of runs. And I think it's a pretty bad matchup for him when you're facing a team that doesn't really strike out. He's not one of those guys like needs strikeouts. He's not a big strikeout pitcher, but he gives up a lot of hard contacts. And the Royals have been getting the ball in the air against a lot of these sinker ball pitchers. So I do think they can do that against him today. But to be honest with you, I think Michael Walker gets touched. I think the A's might win this game. And I think the A's offense wakes up, which, as much as you've heard me talk about the A's overs, I haven't done it in a while, and especially had it like on the Sharp Report because they've been on this god awful streak, and you especially don't hear me talking about it too much when they're not in Sacramento. But today I think so against Michael Walker, who's also not a huge strikeout pitcher, which the A's, their numbers are kind of deceptive because they don't strike out very much, but a lot of that's like on the shoulders of a couple different guys, like Jacob Wilson skews those numbers a lot. Like anybody not named Brent Rooker or Lawrence Butler really skews those numbers a lot, I guess. But I think this is a good matchup for them with Michael Walker. And I did see something on the feed today, Krabs, which is interesting because Michael Walker has not given up a run in the first inning this year. There he got.
That's crazy.
You know who went hitless in the entire last series for the A's? And anytime similar how they, after coming off like a brutal road series, I see him spawn with an extra base hit every single time after one of those series.
Lawrence Butler.
And
Wow.
you know who happens to be, if he doesn't do it himself, you know who happens to be, which the key for Michael Walker has been changeup so far this year. It's been one of the best pitches in baseball, sneakily. You know who's a great changeup hitter, one of the best in all of baseball, and hitting right behind him or, a couple spots behind him? Brent Rooker. So I think even if Lawrence Butler doesn't do it himself, I think we're getting a run off of Michael Walker in the first inning for the first time this year. I think the A's offense wakes up. I think they score runs. I think they honestly might be a bigger reason we get to this over than the Royals, depending on what they do off of Sevy, and definitely helps too if you get to walk early and the pitch count gets out of command a little bit. I think the bullpen is going to be a big problem too. So I think the A's bounce back with a big time win and score runs doing it. I just don't feel like trusting Sevy.
One thing that worries me is these Sevy earned run square. But like you said, we're banking on Waka giving up a couple. And man, great nugget about the Nerfy King, Michael Waka. And I don't know if you've seen it, but they have the Nerfy square up on Prize Picks.
Well, so I saw that little nugget from somebody who posted the Nerfy, said he's perfect in the Nerfy this year. And I think Severino is like pretty close to that too. He's had like a fantastic record to the Nerfy as well. So I could usually care less, but that stood out to me a little bit, especially being the fact that I'm backing runs. Also, I guess kind of helps that after the last couple of games, not for the Nerfy, but just for the game, like the Royals bullpen has got some serious usage. It's like, I don't know who's going to be available to pitch very, very long today. They haven't gotten like drilled, but like they've used the whole pen and pretty high leverage spots. So other than like Estevez, I don't know who the hell else is going to be fresh.
Yeah, the big bat, good call. We could put 60 units on the Nerfy, and then if it doesn't hit, just never talk about it again or bring it up and then scam people. We could.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, that big bat, we would never do such a thing. Because we're good people and we care about taking care of you guys. And we're not going to lead you astray or lead you wrong. Crazy comment, big bat. Hilarious. I still cannot get over that whole sitch. I can't get over it.
It's crazy. I wonder how many more they've been snuck in there without people noticing.
If it'd be one thing, you know, if it's, I mean, you should never put that many units on anything, but a straight bet, okay? A fucking under home run, and you're charging people for this shit? You're charging people for these plays.
It's actually crazy.
Holy smokes. Yeah, crazy. Let's go, Scott. This is what I'm fucking talking about, dude. This just made my whole fucking weekend. Scott just came in here in the YouTube chat and said he locked in the Water Dogs, first ever PLL bet. Be more like Scott, folks.
Shout out Scott.
Be more like Scott, folks. Please.
Shout out Scott.
Please. Okay? And shout out runs and fading Waka and Severino and the over 8.
Let's go.
Gucci swinging around. Let's talk about some Prize Pick squares. Okay? Let's talk about some Prize Pick squares. Garrett Crochet, 4.5 hits allowed. Give me the less than. He just got mucked up by the Yankees. He gave up like 7 hits. He gave up a bunch of runs. Has worst start of the season, debatably. I think he goes out there tonight and locks in against a fat, happy, and complacent Yankees lineup. It's about that time of year when the Yankees start thinking their shit doesn't stink, and they get a little complacent, and you start to see them lag down the standings, and you start to see the losses appear. I think tonight could be one. Instead of laying a minus 150 on the Red Sox, I'm going to back the first 5 under. I'm going to back Garrett Crochet on Prize Picks, less than 4.5 hits allowed. I think we're in for an absolute gem piece. And it doesn't hurt that the under is juicy on the books. Garrett Crochet, legacy start, incoming.
Sure. Let's do it.
Chris Paddock is more of a nasty, nasty chart fade, and I'm trying to fade all the people that are going to be just taking the less than on that, thinking it's just a free bingo square, and then they're going to learn tonight. They're going to learn tonight this don't exist. Okay? Yeah. Bless their hearts. Chris Paddock, the reddest chart on Prize Picks tonight in any sport. Completely red. Couldn't be redder. Well, besides K-Bet Ruiz, I guess. So second reddest. Still can't get over that either. That might be crazier than the 60-unit loss on the home run play. Is K-Bet Ruiz having a fucking hit run RBI square up there. But Chris Paddock, he's getting mucked up today against a veteran Astros lineup that's catching minimal steam, and the total in this game is probably where it should be. But I think Gordon could give up a couple runs here as well, and that's probably going to push the Astros bats to keep up and put up a couple against Paddock as well. So I'm not surprised to see the total sitting at 8. I would not have been shocked to see it at 8.5, but it is in Houston. So not a lot of runs manufactured down there in that park. But I'll bank on 3 early against one of the luckiest pitchers in baseball who's been over-exceeding his expectations out the wazoo. Not many pitchers in baseball over-exceeding expectations more than Mr. Chris Paddock. He can't keep getting away with it. And looking at the chart today, the party ends tonight.
Sure. Shout out to Strohs. Thought it was a little weird. I know they get respect in Houston, but Colton Gordon certainly does not. I thought it was odd that he was slight favorite. So
Yeah.
maybe that comes with some runs off of Sir Paddock.
I fucking hope so, man. Maybe it's a little Astros at home tax. I don't know.
A little bit,
But yeah, it's definitely a significant pitching mismatch, at least to start the game.
yeah.
I'm with
I
you.
wonder what that one's at, because I know there's Joe Ryan. I guess there's two relatively similar pitching matchups the next couple days. Maybe that's a series price I can peep real quick. If they have a line for that. Astros are minus 145.
What, to win the series?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Tomorrow is Joe Ryan, Hunter Brown, which I would say is a wash. And then what, Simeon Woods Richardson against Walter? Who I think this is only his third maybe start. That's probably like the sketchy game, I guess. But this one's probably not too far behind.
Probably not. That's interesting. Okay. No fucking shot. We had Skeens K's during stream. Probably not, Trent. But that total is down to 6.5, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Got to be the Stros today. Got to be the Stros in the series after hearing Jovan talk about the series prices. I agree, Billy the Kid.
Yeah, that one's a little odd to me. That definitely gives me Red Sox vibes.
All right. Hell yeah. Let's fucking go, chat. I want to see Jovan squares. Drop them.
First trip over to the finals tonight. Perhaps has to be done. I thought one of the reasons why, which I mean, you can talk about the other side of the ball, obviously for OKC, but one of the things I thought was the biggest issue for OKC is just they allowed Halliburton to do whatever he wanted in like the facilitation game. He allowed them to run every two-man game, whether it was with him and Miles Turner, whether it was with him and Siakam. Everything was free-flowing, which is why Halliburton like not only had 11 assists and was like a super great game in the facilitating aspect, but he also was allowed to do whatever he wanted off the roll when they just let him go. And I think that's something that OKC is going to make adjustments on today in a couple of different ways. I think this is the game where you see the whole bag of tricks unleashed defensively. Even like you don't want to do it too often for the Pacers because they can shoot themselves out of it pretty easily, but you're probably going to see like a little bit of zone at some point. I think you're going to get 50,000 different looks for them that are all centered around not letting the two-man game with Halliburton be as easy as it was in game 3, not letting him facilitate the way he wants to, which means with guys getting downhill. So I think one of the couple guys I think you can go to are going to have to be the three-point shooters that are going to be like the pressure release valve in the three-point line between Aaron Naismith, between like even Obi Toppin as a stretch option, between a couple of the guys off the bench. Like I think that's how the Pacers are going to find offense in this game. So I went with Aaron Naismith, who had minutes cut last game because he got in big time foul trouble, and a lot of that was guarding SGA. Shocker. Everybody who guards SGA gets in foul trouble because he gets every single call. I think that's going to be mixed up a little bit today too, because you can't really give OKC the same looks game after game. So I think he's going to be a big cog on the offensive side of the ball, but I also think kind of like we saw, I think in game 1, he had like a big rebounding game because they're kind of letting him sit on the corner and grab like the weak side stuff. I think we might see that again too. So I took the fantasy score also because he really doesn't have the ball in his hands too much to like generate turnovers, but the fact that he's in like pretty important defensive spots every single time, I think he can pick up a steal or a block or two. So included that. I think we'll have a big game. Then I want to take Gavin Williams tonight, Krabs, against the Mariners, who are sneaky, starting to strike out again a lot. And we talk about this all the time with Gavin Williams, like the command is certainly an issue. He's almost a lock for multiple walks every single game, and he's up for like a gob today for that. So against teams that don't chase, that's a really big problem. Against teams that do chase, and the Mariners were not too bad at this at the start of the season. Again, it's like starting to get worse and worse. I think that's a big plus for him. It's like the total's low, 7 total. You're going to get that a lot in Seattle, but honestly, like as of late, the totals have not been getting this low because some of the pitchers, especially like on the Seattle side, have been incredibly sketchy. And the Guardians, I guess you can say a little bit of the same. Injuries are a part of that, of course, but I think we got a classic pitchers duel in Seattle tonight. I think a big reason for that is because Gavin Williams dominates the Mariners on the strikeout side of things. Like the number's high because you're playing in Seattle and you're playing the Mariners. So like it makes 100% sense why it's super red/gray. But I think this is the perfect match for him to have one of those explosion games, strikeout wise, which he really hasn't had in God knows a while.
Explosion games, or some might say splooge. Splooge game. W Viper coming in, resubbing. You're him, Banana. Thank you for the 5 subbies again. I know you already came in. We already gassed you up, but you're him as well. Excited to see your sell job on the Surge stream later. Rowdy Rhymes in the chat. Rowdy, you're fucking him. Favorite person in the chat right now. But respectfully, we're probably not going to put the Grand Salami in the squad rides. I wish you the best of luck. And Rowdy, you know the Grand Salami way better than us, bro. You're fucking dialed in with that shit every single day. I trust your read on the Grand Salami more than me. So trust your gut, be responsible, but we're probably not going to put the Grand Salami in the squad ride, my man. Okay? But I appreciate you coming in here every day and showing up. All right, Beast?
We'll bet. Heater finalists for another big trade in free agency. Surely they get this one.
Really?
Should be good.
Who?
Should be good. Katie.
Oh. Well, Katie's supposed to go somewhere every offseason and then ends up either the same place or somewhere random as fuck. So,
yeah, he's probably moving. He's probably moving this time, actually, though.
Would be really cool if he came to DC back home and
DC.
You know,
well, it says
like he cares about fucking winning anymore. He's already ring chased with the Warriors.
He probably does, looking at this list, minus the Heat, maybe, but T-Wolves and Rockets are the other two. So
okay, all right.
The Rockets seems like the most likely one of the three.
Krabs, can we get flowers for the miss? Hell of a start until rolling his ankle. Oh, you're talking about the fucking kid on the Brewers? Yeah, he's him. He's him. There's your flowers. I'm still fucking pissed about that squad ride yesterday. And I take the blame for forcing it down your guys' gullets. Acted like it already fucking cashed yesterday. God damn it.
Should play.
Felt so right. Felt too right. Should have seen it coming. That's all me. All right. I want to talk about college baseball real quick, Jovan. Couple games today. I want to hear your opinion, your thoughts. 2 games on the Diamonds in college, I believe, right?
Yeah. Arizona Coastal and Louisville versus the Beeve tonight.
Thoughts?
I mean, these are, I would say, some of the better pitching matchups you're going to see that you like don't know about. Like everybody knows about, I guess, Liam Doyle and all of like the big name arms, but everybody knows that these teams are like the best pitching staff by committees. I guess you'll see tonight, which will be a fun watch, and why the totals are as low as they are. So I mean, I think the Beeve are going to suffocate Louisville with their pitching staff. So like that's the game that I would probably lean more on, a little under action, and the Beeve I think dominate that game. But this earlier game, like Coastal has a really great pitching staff head to toe. I just don't know if I really want to fade Arizona right now. So that team, I feel like when it does fall apart for Arizona, it's probably going to fall apart pretty hard. But they've got so many guys up and down that lineup that are just a bitch every at bat. It's like facing a bunch of Steven Kwans. Not they don't have like the power necessarily. They just make every at bat a drag. So like there's any lineup out of the ones that like are not the LSU's, not the Arkansas's, not the big name lineups that are really going to give like a good pitching staff a test early on, certainly could be Arizona.
Okay. 2 pretty cool reads in these college baseball games coming up here. What time do these start? Let me get the magnifying
One
glass
starting
out.
up. The Arizona game starts in like 10 minutes, but
wow. Okay.
The other game's later. This is definitely I'm going to dive in for bets more for tomorrow's game, tomorrow's 2 games rather than this slate. So I haven't played anything.
Krabs, can we get a goated Shore for the Natitude sweep this weekend? If the Nats actually fucking do job and win the series, I'll give you a goated Shore. Those don't just grow on trees, bro. You want to hand out Shore? It's not going to hit the same. We got to earn it. Nats win the series, I'll give you one on Monday. Okay? Come on, Michi. You're better than that. Asking for a handout, Shore. Unbelievable. Scott's asking. He's a Reds fan. Curious about your thoughts on the Reds and Tigers game. Really quick, Jovan. Any thoughts on Martinez versus Herter.
Yeah, kind of a bad feeling for the Reds. I was interested of seeing this little bullpen game get as much steam as it is, and against Nick Martinez, I feel like he's gonna have a pretty big problem with the top of that lineup between Meadows, Green, and Carpenter. I would be shocked if one or more of those guys didn't have like a big, whether it's a nuke or in Riley Green's case, he spawns 75,000 times with multi RBI hits. You're probably going to get one of those or a couple of those from the top of that lineup today, which always scares me when I'm even thinking about backing the other team in that game, which I'm not. I mean, I kind of lean the Tigers, but don't really care to back them off of screwball domination.
I got to play in this game. Meadows, under half a home run, 60 units.
60.
Let's run it back. Fuck it.
60.
And then when it doesn't hit,
units.
We don't even have to talk about it. We just hide it and we scam. You in?
It could be so in, Krabs.
It's actually incredible what people get away with on the internet. Makes me sick. As a guy who tries to do the right thing more often than not, it makes me fucking sick.
So sick.
How do people sleep at night?
I will totally say, though, I'm starting to get, maybe today is not the day to lean into it the most, but starting to get that feeling that a nuclear Reds run is starting.
Wow. Okay. I'll stay off the Tigers then.
I mean, yeah, it might not be today. I'm just saying, like, this whole, because I saw something that I was already thinking about it because they're playing much better, like, recently. And the offense is coming through with timely hits, and they've hit the cycle, obviously, where each guy is going to come out from the minors and be Barry, and the pitching's been there. It's like outside of like one or two games, they really shot the bed and got destroyed. They've been really good. This is the cycle. I saw a tweet that was kind of making fun of it, but the cycle of Tito Martinez's teams every single year where they look god awful in like early to late April and then really bad right after that, right before they start this incredible run that goes throughout the postseason. And the Reds kind of already feel like they're on that track, and they got a couple big series at home too. Coming up, like they get the Twins coming in, then they go interdivision at St. Louis, and they come back, and the Yanks are coming into Cincinnati. And I feel like every big Reds run always has the big moment against the big team in Cincy. It's like the OG one was with the Dodgers. That game or that series, there will be some coin deployed, fading the Yanks.
Richie, it's a big deal when you promote your record and how many units you're up on your picket when you're doing that shit sneakily and then you don't fucking report it when it loses. That's why it's a big deal. And then you sell your picks and profit off of it, and it's skewed data because you're actually nuking 100-unit plays that nobody would ever actually do.
Yeah, like it's top of his post like every day or gloating about how many units he's up. It's like that's the main selling point.
That's what's bad. Okay, an SBR. Bless your heart. There's no scenario where you put 60 units on a home run bet. Under or over. Don't care if he came back Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or the Lord's Day. Doesn't matter. You don't do that. That's literally rule number one. Can't. All right. Jovan, real quick, I want to talk about the PLL. We got some fresh graphics we want to show you guys, and then we're getting to the squad rides. But real quick. I'm going to show you guys these graphics, talk about the PLL, and we'll craft up a winner.
Certainly. Need that.
You would see. So far. Redwoods. Sneaky good so far this season. 2-0, Jovan. Excited for that game tonight. It's going to be a good one. Do they win? I don't know if they win. I'm a little bit concerned. I think I'm going quality over quantity tonight, Jovan. Going one play, one winner with the Water Dogs plus 1.5 as of right now. Don't know if I want to get involved with the Redwoods right now, but certainly not fading them. It might just be their season. It might just be their year. The changes they made have worked out great. We talk about it all the time in the PLL. The teams who were the worst the year before typically end up shining, having, a reality check in the mirror in the offseason. They lock the fuck in. They play much better, end up being at the top of the standings the next year. It's clockwork. It happens every fucking year in the PLL. It's crazy. And with that being said, I don't want to take the Redwoods tonight, but I'll certainly be rooting them on ESPN Plus. Give me the Water Dogs plus 1.5 in the first game tonight. Could not be more excited to sweat that puppy out. It's going to be a great game. Two great squads, the Cannons and the Water Dogs. I'm telling you guys, the games this weekend are all fucking elite. They're elite. I'll tell you this. Redwoods have not beaten the Archers since the first year of the PLL 7 years ago. Since then, they have not beaten the Archers once. The Archers own the Redwoods. As a contrarian, makes me like the Redwoods even more. But one team I have not had any success fading in my PLL career at all has been the Archers. That's a team that just wins. They win. So I'm scared to fade them.
The Archers play Cursed when he set the saves record last week too, or am I tripping?
It was Blaze Reardon who set the saves record.
Or Blaze, sorry.
And the Archers, no, the Redwoods, it was the Outlaws.
The Outlaws
who faced the Chaos in that game when Blaze had the saves record. And then Blaze got kind of mucked up in the second game by the Redwoods because he got fat heavy to Blaze.
So the Outlaws are on the list next time they lace them up.
We're taking the Outlaws tomorrow night. Yes. And we're sweating it out against the Water Dogs in their second game. Jovan.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Music to my fucking ears. Okay. That's the game plan this weekend, chat. The games are on ESPN Plus. All the bets can be found on my Pickett. They can all be found in the Discord once I lock them in. And the plays that I like on the Sharp Report are going across the bottom ticker right now in orange if you're looking for our plays. Okay? Super excited for the PLL. And again, going to fire up a PLL Sweats tomorrow night for that Water Dogs and Outlaws game. It's going to be cinema. Cinema. And if you guys are nice, I'll keep it on and stick around for the Stanley Cup game tomorrow night. Okay? Dubs. All right, Jovan. Let's get right to it, my man. About that time to craft up a squad ride W. Gootsy,
go.
Run that shit. I'm trying to see that train. All right, chat. You guys know I'm absolute quail shit on Fridays, but been kind of hot with these first 5 unders. The Water Dogs are also a really fucking good look tonight. Wouldn't mind making them the actual squad ride. Legitimately.
Wow.
Yep.
I'm in on that.
Legitimately. I think we put the Water Dogs in there. And maybe you pick your favorite first 5 under.
I feel like that Yankees Red Sox one is just prime grabs.
Correct. Red Sox Yankees first 5 under 4.5. Under 4.5. Jovan. You know what we got to do. There's 2 plays I want to put in from your card. Do I even got to waste any more time?
No.
Goods, go ahead and run it. 4 plays, 4 winners. We got the Nats ML. We got the Angels Orioles over 10.5. We've got the Water Dogs plus 1.5. And we've got the Yankees Red Sox first 5 under 4.5. Hurry up. Go. Sprint to the polls. Sprint to the polls in the Twitch chat. Go. Sprint. Hurry up. Nats ML. We've got Angels and Orioles over 10.5. We've got the Water Dogs plus 1.5. And the Yankees and Red Sox, first 5, under 4.5. 4 plays, 4 winners. Hurry up. Go. Go. See, bully, the Nats haven't won a game in almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The Marlins have been better. That's why. And Mitchell Parker has been one of the worst pitchers in baseball, and Edward Cabrera has been great. That's why.
Yeah.
But, like Jovan said, the Nats are minus 200 to win this series. They shouldn't be minus 200 against a fucking AAA team the way they're swinging the bat right now. That is absurd. Absolutely absurd, dude.
Really absurd.
Crazy. Is that the weirdest looking series line you found looking at these for this weekend? Please tell me it is.
I would say it's probably close. It would help if I for sure knew who was pitching tomorrow. So that kind of plays into it a little bit. I'm sure they know more than I do. But yeah, that's the one that definitely stands out the most, I would say, just looking at the number.
Okay. Jack, get involved. People forget the Marlins lost as minus 250 favorites to the Rockies. SBR happens every day, man. Isn't it crazy? That's why we love this shit. Because if all the fucking minus 250s won every night, we wouldn't care as much. They wouldn't even play the games. They would just chalk it up. They move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Just move on to the playoffs. That way nobody gets hurt. That's why we love this shit. It's random. It's crazy. And Ron Mux is boots on ground tonight for a potential squad ride. People forget Ron Mux is making his way down to Philly, folks. He will be there.
Ron Mux, boots on ground. That
if anybody else is in the Philly area, yeah, head over to the PLL tonight, and you'll see our guy Ron Mux as Big Baller comes in and gives out 5 more subbies to close out the stream.
Baller.
Would you look at that, Jovan? How about some PLL love? You guys are making my fucking weekend. Let's go.
Water Dogs.
Water Dogs plus 1 Let's fucking go. We got subs galore. W stream today. Not going to spend any more time. We're already over time. But we appreciate all you goats. Great fucking week of streams this week. Have a great Friday. Good luck on the slate tonight. And the squad ride is the Water Dogs plus 1.5 on ESPN Plus tonight. Be there or be square. Cannot wait to meet you guys at the cash counter. Jovan, good shit today, my man. Appreciate you. Let's have a night.
Let's do
On
it.
us.